Bless the Lord, O my soul, bless it.
Hi, thanks for tuning to Armor of God. As always, let me start the video by saying thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. And as ever, hopefully you'll learn a lot from what we've put together for you here. Anyway, I'll kick this off with something that the late Father Gabriele Amorth once shared during an interview, and that's everybody is vulnerable to the work of Satan, and that the devil loves to take over those who hold political office. This is how he said it. Evil exists in politics, quite often in fact. The devil loves to take over business leaders and those who hold political office. Hitler and Stalin were possessed. How do I know? Because they killed millions of people. The gospel says, by their fruits you will know them. Unfortunately, an exorcism on them would not have been enough, since they were convinced of what they were doing. We can't say it was a possession in the strict sense of the word, but rather a total and voluntary acceptance of the suggestions of the devil. I tell those who come to see me to first go to a doctor or a psychologist. Most of the time there is a physical or psychological basis for explaining their suffering. The psychiatrists send me the incurable cases. There is no rivalry. The psychiatrist determines if it is an illness, the exorcist if it is a curse. Nobody, not even himself, is safe from the devil. Everyone is vulnerable. The devil is very intelligent. He retains the intelligence of the angel that he was. Suppose, for example, that someone you work with is envious of you and casts a spell on you. You would get sick. 90% of the cases that I deal with are precisely spells. The rest are due to membership in satanic sects or participation in seances or magic. If you live in harmony with God, it is much more difficult for the devil to possess you. Now let's talk about reincarnation and karma, seeing that more and more people in the West are somehow becoming more interested with these beliefs. As most can probably guess, and made popular by our pop culture today, the doctrine of reincarnation means there is a continuous cycle of life, death, and rebirth, while karma denotes the cycle of cause and effect. Like causes produce similar effects. For instance, right actions produce good results while wrong actions produce bad ones.
And the doctrine of reincarnation denies both the possibility of eternal damnation and the idea of the resurrection of the body. But the fundamental error is the rejection of the Christian doctrine of salvation. For the reincarnationist, the soul is its own savior by its own efforts, unquote. So you see more errors in reincarnation. There is no salvation, there's no eternal reward, there's no eternal damnation, and the soul is its own savior. It's basically Pelagianism and atheism. Reincarnation denies the teaching that a personal conversion determines the place and degree of reward in the next life, of which Jesus often spoke. If souls keep recycling, they all end up in the same place eventually, thereby eliminating the fundamental importance and infinitely meritorious results of a personal effort, decision-making, virtuous works, good deeds. And insofar as reincarnation teaches that no matter how bad someone is in this life, he gets another shot and another and another, it leads toward moral laxity, potentially even eternal damnation. Suppose, for example, I'm living a very vicious life, killing people. I work for the mob. I'm hired to eliminate people. And I think to myself, well, I'm living a good, comfortable life. I like this lifestyle. Yes, I have to make moral compromises, but you know what? I'm going to get another shot next time. So I'll enjoy this lifetime as much as I can till I exhaust it to the dregs. And then when I come back, I'll start to be more virtuous because I've had my fill the first time. Only to realize when I'm dead, there's no second chance. Now your eternal judgment is before you. Heaven and hell are two gates that open right now. This is why reincarnation is a doctrine of Satan, because it deceives the person into encouraging them almost to not take seriously the first life they have, whereas in fact there is nothing other than one life. Now, murderers, bad people, according to reincarnationists, they don't go anywhere. There's no hell. But they stay here with us. They go and return, recycle, repeat, and a reoccurring life cycle continues. In the simplest terms, Several reincarnationists teach that if you continue to murder, then you will eventually be murdered, and this is known as karma. What comes around goes around. And after each death, you go to a dark place, doesn't say where, it's not eternal, it's not hell, in keeping with who you are. And the dark place is never defined. This is one of Satan's lies. Keeps you in the unknowing until you're there.
Now for the last part of this video, I'd like to ask your opinion on the following video. I've shared this video before, but this time there's something else I found out that the mother did. And so I thought it'd be pretty interesting to hear your take on it. What would you do if your children are acting like her daughter in the video?
My daughter has informed me that there is a person in her closet that keeps smiling at her. Let's go see.
Open it. That's a person.
There's a person?
Yeah.
Can you show me where the person is?
Right here. Right here. Right here.
Is it Elsa?
No. No.
No?
I'm scared.
You're scared?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you show me where the person is? Is it a kid person or a grown-up person?
Grown-up person.
It's a grown-up person? There's a grown-up person in your closet?
Yeah.
And it's right there?
Yeah. I'm scared.
You're scared?
Yeah. I'm a person.
Okay, well.
There is like a woman-shaped thing on the box, which is very strange. So I take the box out. I took all the clothes out of that in case that was like causing a shadow or something. So I took all the clothes out of the back of that closet. I took the box out, and she still saw the person. Oh, someone's at my door. She still saw the person. She said that they're still there and they're still smiling at her.
And it turns out much later, the mother decided to lock the door to the closet, and her daughter hasn't said anything ever since. So basically she's simply ignoring the problem instead of asking a priest to bless the house. My apology for the background music in the video. It's already there in the original video, so there's nothing much I could do about it. Well then, that is all for the video this time. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us, and hopefully you've learned a lot here. If you have any specific subject you'd like me to cover, or any suggestion at all, please do let me know in the comments below. Anyway, for those of you who'd like to support our works, I left a link to our PayPal donation in the description box below, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your continuous support, contribution, and prayer. It is because of all of you that we're able to do this full time, and for that, we can't thank all of you enough. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless you.
It's interesting, Our Lady in one of her Marian apparitions said, "Do not be afraid of the future." She said, trust in Jesus, whatever comes, trust in him and pray. So for all of us faithful, trust in Jesus. I've got a lot more runway behind me than in front of me, but I'm looking forward to the future, that Jesus is Lord, and I look forward to being with him. The demons, however, are not. Often in exorcism, I will say to them, time is short, as the scriptures say, and they are terrified. Demons are terrified of Jesus, of his church, and the future, as well they should be. But for we who love the Lord and are faithful, the best is yet to come. And God bless you.